Hi loves, my name is Ellen Wanda and welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, I post about metaphysical stuff, spiritual content, and sometimes I dabble in poetry and any other fun things. So in my last video, I was talking about how to use crystals and what exactly they can do for you. And the feedback that I got back was pretty much pretty overwhelming. For most people that already know about crystals and that live in my particular region, they wanted to know more about where they can get them. And those that have never heard about crystals at all had a lot of interesting questions, which I thought I should probably do another video and address right now. So the reason why we have a black screen is because I decided to film this after work, and I currently don't have power in my house so I'm in the dark. Well, not quite. I do have light, but it's not bright enough for a proper video anyway. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna put up a few images of crystals that will keep you entertained while I do this, but pretty much this video is gonna be mostly vocal, so you can go ahead and get up to your other activities while I talk about crystals and excuse me, basically respond to some of the questions that I got from people that have never heard about crystals and their abilities. All right, so one of the interesting questions that I got was how can a stone heal someone? And this was actually super interesting because I understand that in the video that I spoke about my hemimorphite and my milky quartz, I might have put up that video as if, you know, my audience is people that already know about these crystals. So this is basically a video to also rectify that and make sure that everyone is on the wagon and we all understand how crystals work, how they came to be, and all of that. So I'll probably get into a bit of a quick history, not quite history, let's just say like a quick background to how crystals are found and all of that. So crystals are minerals, not rocks or stones. I actually get a little bit offended when people call my crystals rocks or stones, because, you know, I feel like they're a lot more than that. But crystals are part of minerals. They're minerals, and like all other minerals, you mostly find them in the cores of the earth. You have to mine them to find them. So the thing that happens is that crystals are very different from other high quality minerals like gold and all of that. And I've found that in my particular region, people actually get rid of crystals such as aventurine, such as hemimorphite and quartz and selenite and all of these others, because they generally feel that they're not worth anything. So most people dispose of them. And then, you know, you have Ellen who runs around and gathers all of them back. So what was I saying? Yeah, so like I said, this is going to be extremely vocal, so you can go ahead and do whatever you want to do, and you can listen to this and just get a little bit of background on how crystals work. So because they're a mineral, they're found in the cores of the earth, and the way that it works is that everything is vibration, and this is something that we have to understand, that everything, whether it's an inanimate object, it definitely has a vibration, and with every vibration there is a frequency. So this means that you and I vibrate, rocks vibrate, your toys vibrate, your pots vibrate. Everything has a certain vibration, and as it vibrates, it emits a particular frequency. And sometimes this frequency might be low or it might be very high, but the goal is to always vibrate really high and have a high frequency. And in most cases, this frequency is super positive, which is what we're all really trying to do. So with positive energy, with all of that stuff, that is good. It just generally means that you're vibrating at a higher frequency, and this is what all metaphysical teachers, all Reiki practitioners and practitioners in general are trying to teach people how to do. This is also something that is taught in the church. It's just that, methods are usually very different, but the message is always the same. We're all trying to be good. We're all trying to spread love and all of that. And that is all high frequencies. So as I am doing this video, I have my milky quartz in my hand because it helps me to focus. And you might ask now, you might have a question like, oh Ellen, how is this possible? It's just a rock. But no, my dear friend, it is not just a rock, because everything vibrates like we just stated. Even crystals have a certain vibration, and because they are in the core of the earth is a very important element. If you don't know about the elements, there's 5 elements. There's spirit, which is source, which is God, whatever name that is comfortable for you. There's source, there's spirit, there's God. This is one thing. This is one element. And then there's the earth element, then there's the fire element, and there's the air element. I feel like I missed out on one. Let me think. Spirit, earth, air, fire, and and the water element. So 5. I hope we all caught on that. So there's 5 elements, and all of these elements all hold a particular frequency, right? So because the crystals are in the earth, they hold vibrations of the earth as well as of themselves, and this is a very high frequency. Depending on the type of crystal that you are going to get, some crystals emit a frequency that is useful in a particular way. For example, with the healing crystals, some of them, because we also vibrate and we also emit a particular frequency, when these crystals are on our bodies, whether we have them on as amulets, as jewelry, or just holding them in our hand, it affects our vibration. We vibrate a bit higher than when we do not have these crystals, because they also hold a frequency. So say for example, you feel a little low, right? When you're feeling down, maybe something happened and you have this negative energy around you. Because your crystal has energy that is stored within it that is of a higher vibration, when it comes in contact with you, it sort of gives out this particular energy, and this is how healing works as well. So with each and every crystal comes a different kind of vibration, a different kind of frequency that is useful in various ways. Be it affects your hormones, it affects your physical body, or it affects your spirit, or even your environment. Like I said, there's millions and millions of crystals, and there's so much to pick on. There's so many of them to pick on, and whichever kind you get, it is also important to figure out and find out what attributes it has so that you can use it in the right way. But quick note, the moment that, let's say for example, you just ordered yourself a crystal, you bought one or you got gifted one, whichever way you get a crystal. If you just get a crystal today and you want to use it, let's say for healing, I would seriously recommend that you cleanse and you charge your crystals, because this is how they work. If you are familiar with the placebo effect, I hope you are. If you're not, please try and Google that, or I can talk about it right now. The way that crystals work, they work almost in the same way or similar way that the placebo effect works. It's not going to have a particular strength or power if it has not been charged and if you do not believe that it works. Like we all say, all is mind. And this is something that is extremely strong, and I've felt its power. All is really mind, which is why we work on positivity, which is why we work on so many things that go straight to our mind and heals our body, because all is really mind, and this is where the power comes from. So if you don't believe that a crystal has power, then this is definitely not for you, and you shouldn't use crystals because it's not going to do anything for you. It's basically like the placebo effect. If you don't know what the placebo effect is, I'm not sure if it was an experiment of some sort, but when medication was being made, they also wanted to check if the human body is capable of healing itself, right? So they created actual medication like ibuprofen type of medication or paracetamol, something that heals pain. And then when they made this, they also created a sugar pill that does absolutely nothing for you. And they gave it to a couple of patients just to see how each one would respond to the two pills. So they told them that, okay, all of these patients had a particular ailment. Let's say, for example, they had a headache. I'm not sure about the particular details of this, but I know the outcome. So let's say all of these people that were used in this experiment had a headache. So half of them, like let's say there were 10, 5 of them were given the ibuprofen pill, and the other 5 were given a sugar pill. And what was interesting about these findings is that all of these people got healed. Those that used the ibuprofen as well as those that used the sugar pill, because all of them believed that the medication and the pill that they had been given was going to do something for them. And this is how they got healed, even if the sugar pill had absolutely nothing that was going to help with their headaches. All right, so that's the placebo effect in a little short summary that is possibly super accurate or not, but you get the point. And this is the same way that crystals work. Okay, so if you don't believe that it's not gonna work, it's definitely not gonna work, and you shouldn't waste your time. You should probably move on to something else. So if you do believe that crystals hold this frequency and vibration that is of great advantage to your body and your spirit and your environment, then keep on listening. If not, then please leave. Or watch another video of something that might work for you. All right, so when it comes to charging, and your crystals have to be charged, and they also have to be cleansed. So the moment that you get a new crystal, try to make sure that I'll do another video on how to cleanse crystals, okay? What my process is, at least, and how and why it works for me. So when you get your crystal, it's best to cleanse it because it has been in a lot of hands. And because most crystals sort of absorb energy, it's important for you to have it cleansed first. You can do this yourself actually. It's important to cleanse it yourself first. And then after that, it's important to charge it so that it has all of the right elements and all of the right energy and frequency vibrations that are going to make it work. All right, so when you spend more time with your crystal, this is also when you start to notice the power that is within it. You can start to feel it at that point. I'll give you a quick example. The first time that I got my amethyst, I was super excited that I had gotten it. And so, because it is a spirit stone and it's extremely important for our third eye chakra, I did a little prayer and I said, you know what, I want to have dreams that are super helpful and all of that for my spirit and for my third eye. And you know what happened? I had a super nightmare. And this is because in all of my excitement in getting my amethyst, my first amethyst, I got super excited and I completely disregarded cleansing it and charging it, and I pay for it because it has gone through a lot of hands. It's gonna absorb a lot of unknown energy, and this is not gonna be helpful to you at all. So it's important to cleanse. It's important to charge your crystals. How you charge them, I'll do another video so that it's properly, in detail. But you cleanse it or you charge it with the elements as well, and this is mostly sunlight as well as the moonlight. Okay, so maybe let's not call it elements. You charge it with energy, and the sunlight energy, there's moonlight energy, and all of this is very good for your crystal. But disclaimer, you might want to find out on the internet if your particular crystal is suitable to charge with the sun, especially the sun, because for example, if you're working with an amethyst, you might not want to put it in the sun for too long or at all, because if you have an amethyst that is a bit of light purple, it's gonna fade with the sun. So you might not want to do that. And also with cleansing, if for example you have selenite, you also might not want to put it in water, because it's definitely gonna dissolve and you're not gonna have a crystal at all. So it's important to first do background check on the type of crystal that you got and what is safe for it to do or not, and basically how you can, or like a good place to keep it and all of that, and the type of crystals that are okay to put it around, because you can't store it or you can't shelf it with certain crystals, because they might fight each other on like absorbing energies and all of that. It's gonna be weird. I really hope that I have done justice. I'm trying to figure out if there's something that I might have left out. But I think this is like the basic knowledge on crystals. I think I've gone through what crystals do, how they help you, and all of that. And I think this is all of the basic knowledge that someone needs, especially for beginners. This is information that helped me out a lot. And very special information. If you're looking for crystals, you can give me your orders. I officially am gonna have a metaphysical shop where we're gonna be selling herbs, we're gonna be selling crystals, we're gonna be selling candles, and a lot of different things. So we haven't launched it yet, but if you're interested in any of these products or anything else that you're looking for but you're not sure where to get it, please hit me up. I'd love to help. I have a lot of interesting things that I'm also bringing to the shop. It's gonna be online mostly. I'm not gonna have a physical shop for now. I want to do all of my work online for now. So if you're interested in any particular product, I'm gonna have a lot of different candles. I'm gonna do a video on candles and why you might want to use them apart from light. So yeah, so this is the awesome news that I had, and I hope we're all excited about this. The reason why I'm opening this online metaphysical shop is because I have had trouble getting crystals. I've had trouble getting anything that I needed to use in my path. And this is for my particular region, by the way. And if you're Zimbabwean, you know that it's difficult to buy stuff online. It's basically hard to get a lot of stuff that you might be interested in that the masses are not interested in. And this includes this particular path. So I hope that this is helpful for everyone that is in the same spiritual path as I am, and I hope that me opening this metaphysical shop is going to benefit all of us, myself included, because I'm going to be working with a lot of other people that have easier access to these particular products. So I'm super excited about this announcement, and I wish all of you a great experience with crystals, love and light. Please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like and comment. I'd love to hear all of your questions on crystals. I'd be glad to help in any way that I can. And yeah, I hope that see you in the next video, guys. Bye.